Hey everyone, so in this lesson today we are going to talk about solving equations with variables on both sides. So previously we learned how to solve equations with multi-step equations, right? Using distributive property, combining like terms and all of that. The only thing we're doing here is we're adding one more step. Okay, so when I see parentheses, step 1, use the what? Distributive property. Okay, afterwards, step 2 is combine like terms. Okay, let me pause here for a sec. Remember, if I'm writing this down, I do expect you to write this down. Sometime this week, I'm going to do a notes check, and if you don't have these notes written down, I will not be able to give you credit for notes. Unfortunately, that's what I had to turn to because I have so many students not taking any of these notes down on the Edpuzzle. A little shocking, right? I agree. So if you're not taking notes down, I'm going to see the notes sometime this week. If you don't have notes, sorry, you're going to get a 0. Okay, these are easy points for you to do. It is expected as an 8th grade math student to take notes down. How can you just watch a video and expect to just absorb the material? You need to write everything that I write down. You could print it out or you can write on a blank sheet of paper. Remember, if I'm going too quickly at any point, you can pause, right? You can pause the video, write it down, and then move on. Okay, but I do expect you to put in effort. If you don't have any notes down, I'm not going to help you with any of the homework problems. That's just what it is. You need to put in the effort if you want me to put in the effort and help you out. Number 3, after you combine like terms, you want to get the variables. So try to get the variable terms to one side of the equation. So this is like your x, your y's, your z's. It doesn't matter which side you choose, but make sure you use the inverse operations. Right, so make sure you add or subtract in this step. Now, get all the constant terms. Right, constant terms are like the terms without your variable to the other side. You must have your variable term on one side and your constant terms on the other. Okay, and then finally you can multiply. You can multiply or divide to solve for the variable by itself. Let's do an example together. Step 1, parentheses. I don't see anything. Step 2, combine like terms. Can I combine 15 and negative 2x? I don't think I can. Step 3, try to get the variable to one side. Right now, the variable's on both sides, right? So let's move this variable over to the other side. Okay, how? Let's inverse operation. I have a negative 2x, so I have to do positive 2x. Positive 2x. Remember, create a 0 pair. These cancel out. So you get 15 is equal to negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5x. Divide by negative 5. Divide by negative 5. I have x is equal to negative 3. Okay? So why don't we try examples 1 and 2 on your own. All right, number 2, using the distributive property. So this is the same thing, but I see parentheses now. So let's distribute. Double rainbows. Negative 2 times x plus 10. Remember, it's a plus negative. I have negative 2 times a negative 5 is positive 10. Is equal to 12 minus 6 times a half. Half of 6 is 3 minus 3x. So now let's move all of my variable terms to one side, all my constant terms to the other. Let's move my variables terms first. So these simplify or cancel out. You've got 10 is equal to 12. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1x. And then step 4 is move all the constant terms to the other side. Notice how I did it here. So here I'm going to do it here. That's minus 12 minus 12. 10 minus 12 is negative 2 is equal to negative 1x. But I want positive 1x. So now let's divide by negative 1. let me move this over here. I have negative 2 is equal to negative 1x. I divide it by negative 1, divide it by negative 1. Negative 2 divided by negative 1 is positive 2. So I get x is equal to 2. Okay, why don't you try on your own 3 and 4. Okay, moving on to example number 3. Provider A charges $75 for installation and charges $39.95 per month for the basic package. So it looks like a flat fee of $75 plus and $39.95 per month. So per means multiplication. Provider B offers free installation and charges $49.95 for the basic package. I'm assuming per month. Per month, typo. Your neighbor subscribes to provider A the same month you do B. After how many months is your neighbor's cost the same as your cost? Right, so now let's figure out provider A's cost. Remember, it's a $75 initial fee or flat fee. So it'd be 75 plus, right, $39.95 times every month. So let's write that M equals months. So it'd be $39.95 M. Okay. B, do I have a installation fee? No, so I don't have to write anything down. But I do a $49.95 per month, right? So it'd be $49.95 M. So what this is asking is, when are the A and B going to equal? So let's set it up. 75 plus $39.95 M equals $49.95 M, right? So now, using what we learned, let's move everything to one side of an equal sign. So let's move this over, $39.95 M, $39.95 M, 75 equals, well, this is going to be just 10M divided by 10. M is equal to 7.5 months. Okay, so now why don't you work on your own number 5. After you do on your own number 5, you could fill out your level of understanding.